Alright, so I gotta get ready. I have to do some bullshits today, of course. So anyway, I got some news this morning. This is funny sounding, but anyway. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to normal ass people who are not dealing with what the frick I'm dealing with. And also, this is a different video because I mean, obviously I don't give a crap what I look like on here, but I want you guys to understand how this is spreading out over this town, and I am the only one who has been trying to stop this. This crazy. I was so bad at science. I was so bad at math, and I haven't been able to do my art, and I haven't been able to just be myself. And you know, all my friends think I'm like this like silly party girl, and I'm over here like trying to figure out what the fuck is going on in this fucking town and looking like a clown because I picked this and it's way too light. And this bitch over here is on drugs. Anyway, so what I'm gonna say is actually it could be synthetic. Okay, so one of my friends. Alright, I'm gonna say this. This will be for evidence. I don't even know if I'm gonna post this. So I got my parasite from Eric when I went to my new boyfriend's after I had left him for a while. I was there, I don't know if it was there the whole time. But anyways, I was at my new boyfriend's after Eric. And the reason why I know it came with me is because he had told me he had been at Target before and that people were always outside watching him, and I didn't understand what he meant. I thought that he was just talking about people watching him. I didn't know he meant like they wanted to actually use him. I didn't know that there was something like that because I didn't know about this stuff. And so anyway, oh my god, it looks so scary. Everyone's gonna make fun of me on the dark web again. Anyway, because I don't get on there, but they share this bullshit online after I'm done with my videos. So he told me that he was like being targeted for a long time, and I didn't understand that shit until I moved in with Daniel, and he told me about when he was living in Benson, and there was like something there that was, he was like a little kid and he had like some strange activities going on in his house. Can't really say anything else about this because that ended up being like a family thing. But anyways, I don't know if this is how this works. I'm gonna guess, and I don't know if I'm right, but I feel like once a parasite is in a space, I feel like that there's still a portal, like an entryway there. So the fact that there was already one around him and his family, I feel like the reason why this thing was so easily able to get into that house was because it kind of already knew him based off of the information that had been left in either his DNA or his dad's, because his dad had been a target. My husband's father had been a target of this stuff. And I don't need to go on about that because someday maybe someone will figure it out if they look this up on veterans who deal with supernatural bullshit. Anyways, so I got my shit from Eric. I didn't know it was gonna remember who I was when I was at Daniel's house, but he said he knew who I was when he came down there after he saw me outside one day. This is fucking bullshit. I hate this stupid. This is like some dumb movie plot, and I look scary. So my parasite splintered off into my family, other people's families. And I'm not saying like just because people start acting a different way, it means that they're getting infected. This is something that you don't do in front of anyone. These are things that you will not do. This is some dumb movie shit, and I feel like I'm a little bit to blame for that, because when I had the parasite with me, most of the time they were watching movies with me. They would say things like, we need to watch cartoons, Alexa, we can't be watching scary movies or hauntings or Billie Eilish, stupid ass kid people. These people, they want to be entertained by cartoons, kids shows. They want you to show them kids shows because they think it makes them more docile. But I was watching like documentaries on Mr. Ballin, and I was watching a lot of Bailey Sarian back then, and I was like learning about stuff, and I was just watching the Discovery Channel, things like that. I love that shit. So I'm an adult, I like that stuff. So anyways, yep, this went to people's families, and my mom and my brother started becoming abnormally angry. And I had to tell them, like, you need to detox, and they never, I fucking hate, they didn't want to detox, they didn't want to listen to me. They kept saying, like, you don't know what you're talking about, you're just paying attention to this stuff talking to you is not real, it's not real. I ended up having to go to all those hospitals, and I talked to the lawyer, I talked to the detective, I talked to the police, and I've talked to psychics and people who have been like, who know what they're talking about, and they know that I'm telling the truth. So anyways, what happened today is that I got a call from one of my friends, and he said, this is my friend that I barely met. I knew him for like 2 weeks, and they splintered off, and they sent him to the freaking hospital because they synthetically asked him, do you want to work with us or have sex with Alexa? And if you say no, then we're going to make this hard for you. He said, no, I can't do that. She's my friend. And he knows that I wouldn't have done that anyway because it's my choice. Anyways, they sent him to the hospital over and over again. And they sent my roommate to the hospital over and over again, who had also told them, no, I don't want to deal with this anymore. This is some kind of energy, natural bullshit. Anyway, that's 2 people in the past 2 weeks that went to the ER over and over again, and they couldn't figure out what was wrong with them. Sorry about the but anyway, so my homie that got out of the hospital recently, he said, is it possible that what attacked me is now attacking my friend? And I said, yes. So what's happening? So he goes, she's starting to feel like this and that. She's starting to tell me that she wants to do drugs, and she's like feeling really weird. I said, yep, that's it. And I don't really know what to do about this, because at this point, they said it's 500 people at least. But I know it's more than that. This is way more people, because there's thousands of people on my social media. These people were trafficking me to men that live in like rural countries, they said. They were trying to send me somewhere where I totally did not understand who I was, and they tell me that they wanted me to get eaten. Like as in cooked. Alright, this is another thing I'm gonna say to you. Because these people are so stupid. Who poisons the shit out of someone? Hits them with radiation poisoning. And then decides that they might taste good someday. That sounds pretty fucking stupid. But anyways, I have to figure out how to report this because I am not a cholita. No, but seriously, like, how do you keep fucking up so badly and acting like they're like, don't tell anyone about this, and we're not gonna get in trouble. We're not gonna get in trouble for this. I'm like, how the fuck would you not get in trouble? You're just going and spreading synthetic psychic to everybody. I'm not even trying to be a whistleblower. This is like abnormal. So like what I told them, I said, what's gonna happen when I go in front of a flop camera? Not that, like, I'm not a criminal or nothing. Like, it's just, what is it gonna say? You know? When it sees all the different things on my body. That's something that I keep thinking. I'm like, they're not thinking about it. They just do stuff. But yeah. And people are like, don't talk about it anymore and it'll go away. It won't. And this is why. So last night I found out it's not only called the voice of God. It's also a system that is like, what is this called? No, you stupid asshole bitch. She said psychotic. In my head, I'm like, bitch, you go to the fucking hospital. You're the one who sits in your fucking diaper. They sit in filth all day and they harass people online. It's called, ventriloquism program. And so it gets inside you. It's like a fungus. And then they try to talk with your muscles and stuff. And there's more to it, but I don't know all that bullshit. And so this guy has been trying to get me to talk to people for them. But I'm not allowed to talk to people, he said. They say, stop talking to everyone. Oh, that's so funny. They said because I'm not talking nicely about them, I'm not allowed to talk to anyone. First of all, don't put a patent on a human being that you don't already, like, if this is, they said that it's okay if you do this to people, like, overseas and shit, like farmers. That is so sad. But I was at home, and this guy just wanted to have sex. That's it. He did not want to, this was not like a great plan or something. That's probably why he just keeps going from like woman to woman and attacking the man. Because I don't know if he's jealous or something, because I literally keep telling this dude, whoever it is, even if it's like a bot, I'm like, dude, you're gay. And they're like, no, he's really romantic with you. I'm like, you're gay. Because they use Grindr. They're using Grindr in my app. And I understand one thing though, why they're mad at me. Apparently other people who had this inside their body were getting like aroused. And I never got aroused. I never give a shit. I hate these people so much. The only emotion that's happening is I'm going to kick your ass when I see you. Because I pretty much know who they are now. I pretty much know you. I mean, I knew you, but back then, they're telling me this is a group of incels. from online who design games and are friends with people that I used to hang out with. And that's pretty much all I'm gonna say. So, yep, it's just spreading and spreading through my phone, through this town. I don't know where else this could be. Oh my god. Because since it went to my homie, who had posted the other day, she was like, oh, somebody keeps screaming at me. She was like, I don't know where this person is, but I can hear it. And I was telling her, dude, like, this is what I was talking to you about at the beginning of the year. She was like, I better not have gotten hacked into. And I was like, yeah, that's, you know, I tell people go to the hospital, like, ask people, but what happened to me is the same thing. When you go to sleep, you won't be able to sleep because they don't want you to sleep. And this is the fucked up shit that I'm gonna say right now. The reason that they did not want me to sleep is because they thought that I would be able to come out of my body and be a fucking girlfriend to this stupid fucking parasite piece of shit. He was like, oh, I really like you, and he just stayed there and he harassed the shit out of me. He's like, you're not allowed to sleep, you're not allowed to do this, you can't have fruits and vegetables, Alexa, that's not good for you. You need to stop drinking smoothies, and vitamins aren't good for you, Alexa. And they really thought that I would be able to lose my body and give it to one of these little chatbot things. And I'm like, but he wants all the chatbots to be his girlfriends too. So this guy is just programmed to thinking he deserves all kinds of women and men, apparently. Anyway, that's all I'm gonna say, and I don't know if I should have posted this, but you know what, since they're keeping on giving me this and this and these, I understand what this shit is. So when you are in the situation that you're in and you're stressed out, they will implant you with hormones through your Google Health because they can see your heartbeat through your device, blah blah. I learned all this stuff online. I don't have to research any of this. It just pops up for me. Sabrina Wallace teaches. Lots of official paperwork will just pass my timeline. I'm like, la la la, scroll scroll, oops, there it is. Anyway, they scream at me all day. It's like a frequency in one ear, and it hits me where the hormones go. So it's like my armpits, like my stomach, all the fatty spots. Cortisol, stress. Let's make Alexa fat. Why? I don't know, because the other girls are big. Why not? Why are we selling her like this? She can't be a sex worker anymore. Well, let's just tell someone that they're gonna eat her. And then they're like, it's no big deal. It's not a big deal if somebody accidentally gets her and you know, does something fucking terrible. They're just like, I know I'm doing this and I'm not getting in trouble. Jessica's always like, my dad is like really special. She's like, my dad's not gonna let me get in trouble. And I'm like, I don't know who your fucking dad is, but I don't think you're telling the truth. Because this is, at this point, this is an actual terrorist act. And I don't want to be the only one reporting this. I do have some homies that are like, oh, they're like, how do I report this? Because who wants to go to the hospital every day when all you did was have a conversation with someone? And not even like about anything naughty. It's like, oh, hi, how are you? Oh, I miss my kids. Oh, blah blah. Here's my cat. Oh, I can't wait to get my cat back. And then you're a target of some pieces of shit who go through your contacts, just like I said, and now they are infiltrating, which is a dumb word for a regular ass town, the women in your phone and making them feel like they're on drugs for no reason. Alright, well, that's it. Sorry that I'm scary. This was definitely the wrong shade. I have to get a dark one next time because this is making me look like Michael Jackson. Sorry, Michael Jackson. Anyways, I guess I'm still making these videos and saying stuff like people are gonna say you shouldn't be saying all this crap. But you know what? At this point, this is a really big fucking deal, and I don't know if anyone's really gonna understand how to handle this shit. So I kind of just want, this might be like covered later on by some kind of scientist, and they're gonna be like, we should have paid attention because something like this doesn't happen, especially here. And also, I'm gonna add this. People are starting to think that zombies are real, and I don't know about that, right? But if zombies are real, oh my god, I do not want to be dealing with these voices and then a fucking zombie appears. And now I'm thinking about what are these parasites gonna do if they see a zombie? And they're gonna be like, oh my god, look, it's a woman or something. Or I don't know what. Yeah, anyways, I have to fix this, so I gotta go. This looks like crap. Okay, bye.